There's only so much you can see between the clay, the water, but it's real. And that's the important part. There's a wood structure down there, and at that point it becomes, okay, can't stop now.
The earth beneath Oak Island speaks once more. After years of relentless exploration, Rick and Marty Lagina uncover a startling clue that could rewrite history. The area by the old shipyard garden has long held secrets. Now, they believe a hidden tunnel or secret chamber lies below. A sudden chill of air rose from the depths, as if a truth, buried for ages, yearned to surface. Could this be the breakthrough the team has dreamed of? Discover what unfolded next and subscribe for more thrilling updates. In the hunt for treasure, every shovel matters, especially as the weather shifts swiftly and time slips away. Across Oak Island, two scientists, Dr. Ian Spooner and Dr. Fred Michael, pursued clues their own way. For months they analyzed soil and water samples, and now they found something odd. Traces of metal not native to this region. These weren't typical minerals. They might point to a hidden cache, perhaps gold, silver, or something rarer. Proof was elusive, but the evidence was compelling enough for the team to rally around it. As drilling started, the mood shifted. This was the season's final push. Winter loomed and failure meant waiting months. Everyone stood close, eyes fixed on the earth, hearts brimming with hope. As the drill plunged deeper, so did their thoughts. Would they uncover a tunnel, an ancient chamber, or just more mud? Yet, it wasn't only about treasure. It was about the years of toil each member invested. For some, it was a link to history. For others, a dream of future stability. But all shared one aim, a true discovery, something to share with the world. All day, the team checked their gear. Every connection, sensor, nut, and bolt was scrutinized. There was no margin for mistakes. The drill's steady hum kept everyone focused, hinting they were near a breakthrough. Perhaps today, their months of effort would finally bear fruit. Winter arrives early on Oak Island annually. The team halts due to harsh weather, often left with nothing but frustration. They dig repeatedly, finding only mud and sand. But this time, something felt different. The metal traces in the soil validated old maps, and the team's expertise all aligned. It seemed they might finally uncover something substantial. The drill pierced ground untouched for centuries. Hopes soared each time the machine hit resistance, perhaps a wooden barrier, a stone, or a man-made structure. Then samples emerged. As the first core sample surfaced, scientists pored over every fragment. They sought anything unusual, a metal speck, a trace of ancient construction, or anything unlike typical soil. Then they found it, a piece of black metal jutting from the depths. Covered in earth, it was clearly no ordinary rock. It was shaped, crafted by human hands, suggesting something larger below. The moment one sample showed promise, excitement spread across the site. Crew members edged closer. Some whispered, others speculated. Could this be part of a bigger structure, a clue to a secret chamber, or an ancient chest? The digging grew more intense. The drilling team recalibrated their tools and pushed deeper. Each core sample was handled with care. Every layer carried hope that this was the turning point for a real discovery. Scientists examined each fragment meticulously, brushing dirt from their hands, searching for unusual signs. Some samples revealed tiny gold-like flecks, hinting at something valuable nearby. Then came an unexpected twist. As the drill bored deeper, it suddenly strained harder. The sound shifted, vibrations pulsed, and the machine halted. It wasn't just soil or rock below. It was something solid, likely unnatural. No words were needed. The next step was obvious. It had to be unearthed. In the season's final dig, Rick targeted a spot near the old shipyard garden. His instinct was that if anything was hidden, it was here. This wasn't a random dig. The team followed precise clues, perhaps to an underground chamber or hidden vault. Now the excavation had to focus where success seemed most likely. Each Oak Island team has a unique approach. Some scan the surface, others probe underground signals. Meanwhile, Dr. Ian Spooner and Dr. Fred Michael dove into their analysis. Over months, they found metals in soil and water samples not typical for the area. These weren't ordinary minerals, suggesting something buried here. They pinpointed a spot near the old shipyard garden, dubbed E514. They believed digging 100 feet down might reveal valuable metal, perhaps gold or another precious element. "We're going all in, this could be it," one said. The scientists were confident these signals weren't mere chance. Based on their data and experience, this spot felt extraordinary. As excavation preparations began, a fresh wave of enthusiasm swept the team. Hope shone on every face. This was the season's last dig. If nothing was found, they'd wait months for another shot. As the drill descended, team chatter quickened. Everyone speculated based on their expertise. A major find here could be the breakthrough they'd awaited for years. This wasn't just a discovery, it was a final chance no one wanted to squander. The Oak Island team planned to drill 50 to 60 feet down, then explore horizontally and vertically. They suspected an ancient tunnel linked to this shaft, fueled by gold and silver traces in water samples. The team held high hopes for this site, whether for ancient structures or historical document validation. Each member had personal reasons for digging. Some sought new ventures, others financial security, or simply a place in history. But hopes alone weren't enough. Practical steps mattered. The team already planned next moves if something significant was found, who to contact, and immediate actions to take. All day they focused on preparation. They double-checked equipment, reviewed notes, and ensured nothing was overlooked. Past disappointments tempered their expectations, but hope persisted. The drill's constant hum reminded them they might be near a true find. Everyone watched silently, each sound and vibration carrying meaning. Cold winds sweep Oak Island early each year, forcing the team to pause as winter nears. Rick, Marty, Craig, and the crew braced to close another season. Results often brought disappointment, heaps of sand, and lingering questions. Despite advanced tech and old maps, the true treasure remained elusive. Each dig sparked fresh hope. The team thought, maybe this time. But they often found only sand, endless, tedious sand. Mixed with clay, it made work harder, clogging water channels and stalling progress. The chill was creeping in, yet the team clung to hope with each fresh sample. But finding only sand, time and again, was wearing them down. Always the same barren, lifeless sand. Sometimes, after hours of grueling effort, they'd pull up nothing but that familiar empty sand, a pattern now all too routine. Each time the drill pierced the earth, everyone hoped for something new, but the outcome stayed the same. Disappointment, no metal, no clues, just dirt and sand. Meanwhile, time slipped away swiftly. The cold was taking hold, and the team knew the window to halt work was closing fast. Days stretched longer, and discussions grew intense. If a sample seemed slightly unusual, they'd debate it for hours. Was something there? Did we overlook anything? The team began to suspect that this mix of sand and soil wasn't random. At times, they wondered if it was an ancient defense system meant to conceal something. But amidst all the theories, one truth stood out. Nothing solid had been uncovered yet. As the season neared its end, the team packed up machines, cleaned tools, reviewed data, and re-examined every sample that had been overlooked. Every meeting circled the same questions. Did we get it right? What should we change next time? Each member pored over files, measurements, and samples, wondering what failed and how to adjust, when relentless effort yielded no results. Keeping the team's spirits high isn't easy. Yet the Oak Island crew returns yearly, each time with fresh ideas and new strategies. Team discussions often run long. Each member offers theories and insights on why nothing concrete has emerged. Was the technology flawed, or should they shift the dig's focus? These talks resemble scientific conferences. Reports, samples, and past experiences are dissected thoroughly. Everyone has unique hopes. Some seek historical proof, others chase treasure. But the goal remains: to unravel Oak Island's enduring mystery. Hunting treasure is a gamble. Sometimes thousands of hours yield nothing. Still, Rick, Marty, Craig, and the whole team return annually, hoping this season brings the breakthrough they've sought for years. Though the big find remains elusive, the team's unity, perseverance, and thrill of new clues keep them pushing forward each season. This year, they honed in on a clue unlike past data. They believe an ancient tunnel stretches to the ocean, possibly causing flooding near Garden Shaft. The team suspects this tunnel is a protective structure, built centuries ago to guard treasure. As they put it, it's a cryptic tunnel. We don't know its path, builder, or purpose, but if something's hidden, this is likely the route. The Oak Island team has drilled over 600 times, each with hopes of a find. This season, metal traces in the water sparked their greatest optimism. Scientists deemed these signs significant, convincing the team they're on the right path. Yet, after years, no solid proof has surfaced. The question lingers: are these clues truly treasure-bound, or just natural elements they're overvaluing? Each year's end follows a familiar ritual. The team gathers, reviews this season's samples and data, consults old maps, and plans for the next. Caught between hope and frustration, they vow to return. Many call it an obsession. Some see it as finishing an untold story. But the truth is, the big discovery remains distant. Still, a stray find, an old fragment or metal trace in water, is enough to draw them back. The question grows urgent. Is the search still worth it, or just chasing fading hope? As the Oak Island team closes another tough season, they cling to small details, subtle clues that keep them returning. Each time a different soil texture, metal, traces in water, or ground patterns seem promising, but often prove ordinary upon closer look. Yet, the digging persists. It's not just hope. The team's bond, the thrill of discovery, and a touch of what if, keeps them coming back year after year. The Money Pit, Oak Island's iconic spot, remains their core focus. It's where their journey began and still fuels their greatest hopes. Their aim isn't just treasure. It's a quest where every find, sample, and setback holds meaning. Each season, as they power down machines, pack files, and jot final notes, it feels like a familiar cycle. And perhaps that's why they're destined to return next time. Fatigue is expected in any technical endeavor, with repeated results, but the Oak Island team refuses to quit. This year's dig, once again, began with hope and ended in letdown. Excitement surged when they found old metal containers at the Garden Shaft site. The plan was to drill 95 feet down, then horizontally, but soon after starting, the area flooded. It seems each time they hope for a find, the result mirrors the past: mud, water, and unfulfilled potential. The initial thrill came from readings hinting at metal underground. Team member Fred was certain these signals pointed to something major. They targeted a spot called the Baby Blob, but found only water. Still hopeful, they now plan to focus on the area between Garden Shaft and its northeastern side. The team believes choosing the right spot this time might yield something new. When a site's been dug for years with no solid results, even tiny clues spark great hope. The Oak Island team recently made headlines for 3 new sites near the Money Pit. One, dubbed Aladdin's Cave, is a large water-filled pit where they found old wood and metal fragments. The excitement over these finds is somewhat surprising. Whether these clues lead to something big remains unclear, but the team's reaction shows they're now taking every hint seriously. This season felt more about maybe we'll find something than actual discovery. With each dig, questions multiply, but answers remain scarce. Still, Oak Island's allure endures. The place is a story itself, not just an exploration hub, but a wellspring of hope and excitement. The team's passion holds strong, despite finding only rocks, sand, and water. Old tales, pirate legends, and whispers of lost treasure rekindle hope. Oak Island's true draw now lies less in its legends than in the digs themselves. These stories pull in TV shows, tourists, and explorers. But on the ground, digs often stall. Another half-hearted try, another dead end. Each layer of earth removes sparks hope, a fragment, a sign. Everyone thinks it could be the start of a major find, but it's the same. More clues, no real treasure. It's a cycle of digging, spotting a clue, feeling something special, then nothing. To outsiders, the operation looks grand. Big machines, deep digs, and team enthusiasm. But most finds are mundane, old wood, tiny metal bits, or mud-caked relics. At each season's end, the team compiles a report, analyzing achievements, estimates, and new hopes. Even if little was gained, the presentation brims with enthusiasm, making it feel like something significant was accomplished. During excavations at Borehole RF1 in 2019, the team found some thick wooden beams and an old pickaxe with some markings on it. Some people believed that these could be related to a Scandinavian civilization, although these findings are still not completely confirmed. It is certain that these things have added another layer to the story of Oak Island, less facts and more curiosity. Earlier, in 2017, during excavations at Borehole H8, about 180 feet below the ground, the team found a piece of parchment and a leather-like layer, which was attached to the cover of an ancient book. At that time, it was considered a clue related to the chapel vault. Such discoveries give rise to new hope every year. Whenever a small clue is found, an old object, a strange pattern, the team feels that now they are close to the real discovery. But the real truth is that no concrete result has come out so far. Every now and then, some small pieces are found, which are interpreted on a larger scale, but most of the time they remain only possibilities. This has become a cycle that is repeated every season: discovery, discussion, hope, and then the same uncertainty. The Oak Island excavation, as it is today, with heavy machinery, a technical team, and cameras, all grew out of a simple beginning. Two brothers from Michigan came together as children with a single dream: to find hidden treasure. Over the years, their dream has grown into a major expedition. Now, every time a piece of wood or metal emerges from the soil, the whole team starts discussing a new possibility. Is there something precious buried beneath? Gold, a historical object, or an ancient structure? Under each layer, they feel that maybe now the real turning point has come. But so far, the real breakthrough seems far away. There is another aspect to this. The excavation on Oak Island is no longer just a treasure hunt. It has become a documentary-like story, a cliffhanger at the end of each season, always a hint that something big is going to be found the next time. Perhaps this is the real strength of Oak Island. The stories that emerge from the excavation. These old pieces buried in the soil sometimes reveal something, sometimes just raise hope, but every time they keep the audience engaged. Today, Oak Island is not just an excavation site. It has become a platform for people who are searching for answers to questions related to history. With technology and passion, the team's mutual coordination, years of shared hopes, and continuous efforts, all this together has become an interesting story in itself. They are not just looking for treasure, they are searching for the last page of an incomplete story. Each time the excavations at Oak Island yield something, whether it's a broken piece of wood or a tiny piece of metal buried in the soil, these discoveries may not provide any concrete evidence, but they keep hope alive. That hope was once in the dreams of two young kids who came from Michigan and chose this place to dig. One day, at the end of each season, when the work is wrapped up, it feels like the island still holds its secrets. Maybe this is the real treasure, a place that draws people back again and again, just because, who knows, this time something will be found. Oak Island is no longer just a historical site. It has become a symbol of a search that has more questions than answers. And these questions add a new layer each season, another hope, another discussion. This cycle, hope, a little bit of searching, and then waiting, is what keeps people coming back. Each time everyone thinks that maybe next time something big will be found. So, is there really something precious hidden on Oak Island? Or is the whole story just a mystery that's been kept for generations? What do you think? Comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you want to stay updated on such discoveries.